welcome to Polish with Ray. I'm Rachel and today I am very excited to be sharing with you a collection from Cuticula. This is their Welcome to Arizona collection. So by the time you're watching this collection should currently be available. I will link the Cuticula site and their social media down in the description box. This is a 6-piece collection that includes a variety of finishes. We have some beautiful like shifty iridescent flakies, but there are also shifting shimmers with hollow flakies and a linear holographic too. All right, I am really eager to show you these, so let's go ahead and get into the swatches. So I grouped these together by finish. We're starting with the linear hollow in this release, which is called Succulents and Sunshine. This one is described as being a minty blue-green ultra hollow. So if you have not had the pleasure of trying Cuticula's linear holographic formula, you are seriously missing out. They are perfection. They're not those super flat one coat opaque linear holographics. They always build up in 2 coats, so they have that squishiness to them, but they're always fully opaque. So 2 coats gave me full opacity and tons and tons and tons of rainbows. So here's what 2 coats look like with a glossy top coat. This is in studio lighting because unfortunately we didn't have any sunlight when I swatched these. We've had like a month of just rain, lots and lots of rain, but this one is gorgeous in bright lighting, which you can see here. And then here's what it looks like, 2 coats with a glossy top coat in some indirect lighting, natural indoor lighting. I'm near a window here. You can still see the hollow, even though I'm not in direct lighting. There's no overhead lighting in these shots, by the way. It's all natural overcast lighting. Really, really pretty. Next up, we have Cactus Cooler. This one's described as being an olive base with strong orange to green shifting shimmer and silver holographic flakes. This one also had a wonderful formula, very even and smooth on the first coat. So if you're someone who likes to layer, I think both of the shimmers in this release would layer beautifully. I got full opacity in 2 coats. If I look really closely in these macro shots, I feel like I can see a little bit of nail line though. So longer nail lengths, you may need 3, but I was happy with how it looked in 2 coats. However, I did add a 3rd coat for my full hand swatch. So here's what it looks like in 3 coats with a glossy top coat. Yeah, that shimmer's strong. It is very prominent, but I love that you can always see the base color with this one. Even in indirect lighting, you can still see that beautiful, like bright, fresh, olivey green. So here's what it looks like in some indirect lighting near a window indoors. So beautiful. And then the other shifting shimmer in this release is called Havasupai Falls. This one is a deep blue base with a strong green to aqua shifting shimmer and silver holographic flakes. Again, just another phenomenal formula. Look how beautiful that first coat is. It's so smooth, so even. Again, this one would layer really well if you wanted to, but this was fully opaque for me in just a couple coats. This one was maybe slightly more opaque than Cactus Cooler. Either that or I was just a little thicker on my coats. So here's what it looks like, 2 coats with a glossy top coat. The shimmer in here, you all, it glows. Look at that. Isn't that unreal? I really loved how the beautiful aqua shimmer looked against that cool oceanic kind of base. This is my kind of color for summer. I love a gorgeous blue with cool tone shimmer inside. It just reminds me of like ocean water. So here's what it looks like in some sunlight. We did have a little bit of sunlight on the day that I swatched these, and luckily it was for this gorgeous glowy shade. So I had to show off what it looks like in some natural lighting. And then here is what it looks like inside near a window, some indirect lighting for you. Yeah, the shimmer in here, it almost gave the polish like a metallic feel. It's that ultra glowy shimmer. I loved it. Okay, prepare yourselves, because as beautiful as those hollow shimmers were, the flakes steal the show in my opinion. This next shade is called Butterfly Wonderland. It's described as a violet jelly base full of ultra glowy flakes that shift pink to gold to green to orange and silver hollow flakes. So in the bottle, I knew this one was going to be a stunner. On the first coat here, you can see it's a little bit on the sheer side, but that's very consistent with Cuticula's flaky formulas. They're always sheer, and then they build up really beautifully. So this one, I got full opacity in 3 coats. If I was looking for it, I could see maybe a little bit of my nail line showing through. So if you're someone with really long nails, you may have a tiny amount of visible nail line with this shade, but like, my goodness. The sheerness just allows those flakes to come to life. Look at that. Oh my gosh. This is 3 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. I really recommend some kind of glitter smoother with this polish. Cuticula offers one. If you didn't know, it's great. I think it's called Quenched. I'll leave a note on the screen. But beautiful, beautiful flakes, and that glitter smoother just makes everything like just meld together seamlessly. The next flaky is called Desert Botanical. This one's a red violet jelly base full of ultra glowy flakes that shift pink to orange to gold to green, and black flakes as well as silver holographic flakes. So same thing with this one. It's got a sheer base so that those flakes are not concealed. It built up really well for me in 3 coats, and I don't think anyone will probably have visible nail line with this one in 3 coats. You're seeing me here go in with really thin coats. I prefer that for flakies so I don't get any dragging, but I could have gone in with a little bit more polish on my brush and I would have probably had even more opacity. That being said, I didn't see any visible nail line with this in 3 coats on my nails, and this one's so beautiful. I love the vampiness and richness of this base. I love the contrasting flakies, especially like that glimpse of gold and like coppery orange. It just feels like it's alive on the nails. And add black flakies to anything and I am a fan. Plus the silver holographic flakies, like, to me, this polish has everything. And then here's what it looks like in indirect lighting. My opinion, this is where they really, really shine, especially in lower indirect lighting. Just phenomenal. I also added a glitter smoother with this shade just to help plump it up, and because there was a little bit of texture with the flakes. But look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is going right to my fall rack. And the final shade in this collection is called Saguaro Sunset. This one is a black jelly base with glowy green to orange to yellow to red shifting flakes. This one, same application as the others, really gorgeous squishy jelly base with just the flakes sprinkled in there. You might want to do a little bit of like the icing method. If you've watched Polish Mage before, you know. But basically you apply most of the polish to the base of your nail and then just kind of spread out the flakies all around your nail to get even coverage of flakies. But even if you don't do that, by the 3rd coat, your nails will be loaded with flakies. There are a lot of them. And all 3 of the flaky polishes in here, I would consider them flaky bombs. This one also needed a glitter smoother, but how pretty is that? Like, the red and green get my attention most. And I can't help when I see this but to think Vampy Christmas. Anybody else? I feel like it's like dark Christmas. I don't know. So here's 3 coats with a glitter smoother and a glossy top coat. Gorgeous coverage, incredible glow from the flakes, especially the green flakes in here. My jaw dropped when I took it into lower indirect lighting here in just a second. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. And here we go. It's coming up. Wait for it. The suspense. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Like, come on. Wow. So that was Cuticula's Welcome to Arizona collection. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comments. These did initially release earlier this year, so if you purchased them then, you'll have to let me know down in the comments what you grabbed, which are your favorite, have you worn some of them yet? And if you're seeing these for the first time, you'll have to let me know down in the comments which of these have caught your eye and do you think you'll grab any? And then as for my thoughts, I adore the color story of this collection. I just think like every color is very saturated, it has a lot of vibrance. In collections like these, I find as a seasonal polish wear to be a little confusing because they're just so versatile. Like honestly, these shades are really hard to put in one season. They can span across so many. And of course, the formulas were beautiful and they were all a dream to work with. So I'm sure as you've already guessed, picking favorites was really difficult, but there were two major standouts for me. The first is Butterfly Wonderland, the gorgeous cool toned purple with all of these shifty flakes. This one just, I mean, it's giving Butterfly Wonderland. It's just giving unicorn and fairy princess and like, I'm feeling it. Just I mean, this might be one of the prettiest bottles of polish I own. Looking at it now and seeing the purple with all of the iridescent flakes like glowing in every color all around, it is something out of a fairy tale. But like my top pick is Desert Botanical. Like this vampy rich base. Oh my gosh. It was a dream. It was a dream on the nails. I loved how squishy it was. I loved how flat the iridescent flakes lay down. And same thing, you can just see like every color of the rainbow in these flakes. It is wild. So again, let me know down in the comments if you've grabbed any of these already and which of them are you eyeing. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you next time. Bye!